Head down the back straightaway. It's time for the most famous words in iRacing. It's time for your go time music. "30 cars start the field here in the Frontier Truck Tour. Pete Tart, Mason Thompson, Douglas Henry, Hunter Reese, Nicholas Tucker, your top 5. David Wright, Brian Hayberger, Dylan Herberton, Logan Wilson, Ronnie Lane. Pace truck pulls off, ladies and gentlemen. We are Greg. As we complete lap number 1, Pete Tart leads this field out front right now. Already puts half a tenth over Douglas Henry, who is now under attack by Mason Thompson. Caution is out. Derek Stanley, Chris Sawyer, an issue. It looks like Jake Hare may also be involved. Let's take a look at the replay. So right here is Derek Stanley in the 76. Looking to see what may have happened. Oh, there is a wreck in front. It was Jake Hare. We got an instant report out of Derek Stanley. Not sure why, but let's look out and see if we can see what happened from his point of view. Jake Hare loses it. There might have been contact with another car. Ooh, nasty overcorrect. I think Ricky Mandoka grab some damage. We do actually have a Jake Hare incident report. Let's go back a little bit further. Jake Hare behind Aiden Gould and just isn't ready for the heavier checkup. Good miss out of Davion. Oh, it was Ricky Mandoka. Mason Thompson clears Hunter East. Hunter East looks back to the inside. Tries to go underneath Nicholas Tucker. Nicholas Tucker trying to make moves up there on the high groove. And Douglas Henry giving Pete Tart a mireful. He'll run the middle lane, gets a run. Can he make a move on Pete Tart? To the inside, here comes Pete. And it looks like he will clear Pete off of turn 4. Not afraid to push it a little harder in. I think Pete Tart is saving better tire. Issues for Jake Hare. Spun around, damage in the grass on the straightaway. Even more damage to the 48. He'll get back going under power. He'll keep it on the apron. We do have an incident report. We will look at it. Jake Hare outside of Jordan Marion. Oh, maybe net code. That was really awkward. I don't think Jordan was close enough. Let's look at that again. It really looks like net code. Jordan Marion doesn't really drive it into him, even if it wasn't net code. Contact with the wall out of David Wright. Hunter East looks back to the inside, side by side. Hunter East carrying the momentum. Drop positions after the start. Now getting the back, possibly decided he wanted to save a lot more tire. Or maybe lacking pace. I mean, David Wright's giving him a good battle right now. They are still dueling as they go down the back straightaway. David Wright will re-clear. It's similar to the battle for the lead between Douglas Henry and Pete Tart, the way these two are running. Hunter East will clear. David Wright crossover, nearly contact. Hunter East now looking to the outside of Dylan Herviton. Hebel tried the diamond line. Completely clears David Wright. Now looks to the inside of the 67. Matthew Legatt has also fallen back to the clutches of Dylan Herviton. About to be a battle for the 4th position here as Herviton continues to fall backwards. I think this is going to be a close battle all night long. Both of these guys are matched, and they are running so well, and now both enter pit road. Who can outbrake who? Pete looks to the inside, gets the truck slowed down. He gained about half a car length. That will make a difference. Pete qualified on pole. He'll get the first pit box. Doug qualified to his outside, I believe. He'll have the second pit box. Here we go. No, Doug qualified, looks like in the 3rd position. Pete Tart, Douglas Henry, your leaders down on pit road. The jack drops on Douglas Henry's truck. So does it drop on Pete. Doug will beat him out. Crash! Nicholas Tucker, Ronnie Lane have made contact. Yellow flag will finally fall. Don't know what happened to the pair, but I saw the red light up. I don't see a lot of damage on Tucker's truck. Oh, there is some gnarly right front damage. Ronnie Lane, right front damage as well. Wonder if both trucks made contact and plowed into the wall. Let's take a look at the replay. Ronnie Lane, Nicholas Tucker was side by side. This is for the 9th position. Tucker loses the car, comes down to Ronnie Lane. Ronnie Lane was also out of shape. Unfortunate. I know that's not what Tucker wanted to do. Just plows at the wall, comes off, tries to save it as Ronnie is coming back up after saving the truck himself. Here we go. Mason Thompson has control in the restart zone. Pace car will pull off. We are back under green. Thompson up the inside. That closes away that line for Pete Tart, which means Douglas Henry can power around the top. He will take the lead. Pete moves up on the exit, gets right behind the 66. This is the battle for the lead. I don't think anybody else is going to have much of a say. Issues for Ray and Women. Crash on the back straightaway off of 2. We stay green. Damage for the buckshot. Back to the front. Pete. Now, completely cleared. Begin to work on Douglas Henry. Can Doug begin to pull away? Hunter East on fresh tires. He came out. Drove his way to the 3rd position. We missed this. Hunter East. 20 lap fresher tires. That was his 2nd pit stop. The only issue is, can he save enough fuel? He could be a few laps short. But he will go by Douglas Henry and Pete Tart on those fresh tires. Pete Tart now looks to the inside of Douglas Henry. Issues for Logan Wilson, Davion Haskins, and Ricky Wentworth all might have gotten involved in a wreck. Now we get a yellow. I'm not sure who brought this one out, but Logan Wilson, Ricky Wentworth, as well as Davion Haskins, all had issues. I can't even find Dave. There he is entering pit road, right rear damage. Logan Wilson up the inside as Dave is on the wall. Dave comes down a little bit, hooks Logan Wilson. John Dodal makes his way through. At the same time, Mitchell Mumma issues. I wonder if the caution is out from Mumma. Great launch out of Hunter East, but how long will it last? Herviton, 2nd. Thompson now side by side with David Wright. Here comes Brett Murphy. A big gaggle of cars back here. 3 wide. Matthew Legatt went up the inside. Gary Smoke to his outside. Jacob Blakely, Pete Tart, Douglas Henry all underneath the blanket. Douglas Henry pulling even with Ricky Mandoka. Matthew Legat, big slider to the bottom. Ricky will go backwards with Pete to his outside. Blakely will go through as well, and now Matt is alongside Doug. Doug and Pete look to be the fastest here tonight. They have a lot of work to do to get back to the front because all these guys are on even tire sets. By the way, Dylan Herviton has yet to pit, trying to save those rubbers for the end of the race. Will it bite him in the butt, knowing the rest of the field can make it on fuel? He has to hope for a caution. David Wright up the inside, making the move. There's the caution. Is it too early? Is it too late? I'm not sure, and I don't know who brought it out. Looking right now through the field, there's Aaron Warren off pace. We did not get an incident report. We do not know what happens. The restart zone, pace car will pull off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green.
Green, green, green.
Hunter East leads him in. Dylan Herviton now under attack by David Wright. David looking up the inside. There's Matthew Legat. Jacob Blakely follows. Matthew Legat, 3 wide bottom. Looking for the second position. David Wright outbreaks him into the corner, but Matt can get right back underneath. He's about even with Herviton, 3 wide just behind these guys. And the tailgate cam of Hunter East is, oh, Dylan Herviton, big plow. Dylan Herviton just plowed the wall, and he's still up against it. We stay green. We don't know what happened. It just looked like he lost the truck. No incident report, still going backwards. He has dropped to the 14th position. What a whiff out of Herviton. Trying to defend against Matthew Legat. Matthew into the corner, East all the way up to the wall. Even brushes it, still clears. Issues, Brian Torch. Big right front damage. I think Brett Murphy might have been involved. Yes, that car smoked. Was right around the 8th position. Let's take a look at the replay, see what happened. Brett Murphy in that black and green car on the top. The 81 is right behind him of Brian Torchia. Oh, Torch just not ready for Murphy to be that low. It comes across his nose. Oh, Jordan Marion into the back of the 64. You're going to see Brett Murphy just lower than normal. Brian Torch not ready for him to be there. All that smoke, Jordan Marion just into the back of Murphy as well. Green flag back out. We're back underway. Great work out of Jacob Blakely to get in that second position, but now Matthew Legat's already looking up to his inside. As they go side by side in turns 3 and 4, trying to run down Hunter East. Meanwhile, Douglas Henry starting to dice his way through this field. Right now, Hunter East side by side with Jacob Blakely. Jacob Blakely. Sorry, that was Hunter East.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
No, it was Blakely and Hunter East together wrecking. Caution is out. What just happened? Obviously, I expect contact. We had our drone just chasing them. Let's see what it saw. So Blakely looks to the inside. Hunter East up top. Hunter East coming down as Blakely comes up. Oh, Blakely really gets up and gets him. Wrecks himself and Hunter East. Pace car will pull off into the restart zone to be Matthew Legat's command on when this field will refire.
Green flag,
Aiden Gould
green
right
flag.
there. We're back underway. Right now, Pete Tart inside of Aiden Gould, Ronnie Lane, Mason Thompson in line, Douglas Henry on that top line, moves into the 6th position, making up good time on these leaders. Pete Tart, Ronnie Lane, now side by side, Aiden Gould will go by. Ronnie, oh, a little bit of contact there between the tailgate and the nose. Ronnie Lane looks to the inside, messes up the corner, Mason Thompson gets a run on him. Last lap, Ronnie Lane pit, lap 83, Mason Thompson 89. Douglas Henry enters the picture, 98. Doug up the inside, passes Pete, now gets even with Aiden. And as he has half a car out in front of Aiden, he moves into the 3rd position. Mason Thompson and Matthew Legat right there in front of him. Doug will finally clear. Goldman manages to hang on to 4th. Ricky Mandoka now working on Pete Tart for that 5th position. Ricky Mandoka trying his best. Here comes Mason Thompson and Matthew Legat. 7-lap fresher tires. Bumper to the back of the 4. Looks to the inside. They follow each other throughout the corner. Mason Thompson looks to the outside, but right now Douglas Henry is a shark waiting on its prey. He begins to slowly reel them in, knows he has enough time to do so. Build himself a run off of turn 4. I like it. Now down to the inside. Here comes Douglas Henry. Looking for the lead.
Yellow, yellow,
And
yellow.
a yellow flag comes out. Can you believe it? I think that was John Dodal up in the fence. I see cars with damage. Aiden Gould off the pace. Oh, Pete Tart gives Aiden Gould a shove at the same time. Hunter East pushes up into Aiden. Oh, and gets turned into Ronnie Lane. Logan Wilson and Aaron Warren. David Wright wrecks Logan Wilson there. David Wright damage of his own. Douglas Henry early lead. Matthew Legat, Mason Thompson side by side. lap older tires between Matthew Legat and Douglas Henry. 7 between him and Mason Thompson. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go for Douglas Henry. And PAL Racing Season 4, we introduced Rockingham to the schedule. Douglas Henry was by far the quickest there. And here in the Frontier Truck Tours, he goes through turns 3 and 4. 2 career wins, looking for a 3rd. Douglas Henry will win at Rockingham.
Hell yeah, Doug.
Hell yeah, let's go!
Good
Good
win,
job,
Doug.
buddy.
Way to
Good
knock
job.
me out of the bracket
The
there.
rock.
My pleasure.
You had some help. Good win, Doug. Hell of a run.
Thanks, guys.
Aaron Warren, Raymond Wimmer in that call with him, celebrating his win. And Douglas Henry on the straightaway. He will burn it down. Douglas Henry, a winner here at Rockingham. Parkson in Victory Lane. He will finish the burnout there. Douglas Henry, knowing the booth, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Doug, tonight you were flat out the best. Even Pete Tart couldn't compare. You played the strategy perfect. You saved the set of tires there at the end. Do you think that was the moment in which you won this race?
Oh, 100%. I think if I would have pitted for tires with Pete or anybody else, it would have been too much lap traffic and battle in there at the end. So, good strategy, and this is slowly becoming one of my favorite tracks. So, I'm loving it here.
Well, you're 2 for 2 here in the PAL universe. One win in PAL Season 4, one win here tonight, Frontier Truck Tour Season 2. There was doubts about what your performance would look like going to this season with the added competition. Are those doubts going away, and how do you feel about a championship knowing Eldora, Talladega is still on the schedule?
Yeah, I was a little worried this season, but the doubts are definitely going away, and I got 2 more tracks, possibly 3, that I'm pretty confident at. So, looking forward to the rest of the season.
Alrighty, Doug, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
We'll send Doug back down to finishing at P2 tonight, Mason Thompson. Another good run out of Mason. Mason, no in the booth, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, I got you.
Here you are, P2 right here. Another good run you put together. Tire disadvantage held you back from getting that lead, but talk about your race overall.
I thought I was gonna run third because I thought Aiden and Douglas had it on lock. And then everything got thrown out of chaos, and we pitted off sequence. I don't think we should have. And then when I pit that last time, I was just gambling that it stayed green, and then yellow, and Douglas got tires. So I knew I had to hold everybody else off if I was gonna do anything, and I feel kind of bad about Wall and Matthew, but he wouldn't go, and I wanted P2. I was all over his ass, and I threw it in there in 3 and 4, and I was out front. I had nose out front, and I just tried everything to keep it.
All right, we'll talk to him about it. Congratulations, Mason, on the top 3.
Yes, thank you, man.
We'll throw Mason back down, and the man he claimed he walled. He didn't see it, but we'll talk about it. Matthew Legat, your league owner, your defending champion, 3rd position. Matt, no in the booth.
I'll
got a
see
copy.
you guys in my mirror.
Oh my gosh.
I got you. What's up?
We gotta turn off that intro. Oh, Matt. Well, here you are, top 3 again. A miss on the strategy, but with having lap 83 tires versus 89s, 104s, 98s, 83, 83, 88. How hard was it for you to hang on to that top 3, and is it worth the race here tonight, or do you think you should have done better?
No, I'm proud of it. I mean, with the strategy I set myself up for, the caution string at the end isn't what I wanted. But I feel like I did a pretty good job holding on with the older tires, and I was holding up Doug and Mason there in the end, trying to make something happen. But it is what it is. Me and Doug and Mason had a good battle there at the end, and good for Doug to win. It's cool.
Alrighty, question for you. How do you feel about that walling from Mason Thompson? He talked about it in the interview. He said, I straight out walled him because that's how bad I wanted second. Will there be retaliation?
No retaliation. Just, that's going to be a future teammate, so that is what it is. Hard racing.
Okay, 3rd question. You're an inch inside of Aiden Gooner, but Stephen James the Butt Snorkeler is an inch inside of you. Which way are you moving to get out?
Ooh.
And that will conclude tonight's racing here at Rockingham. Race number 3 of the season went awesome. Thank all of you guys for tuning in into One Grid TV. The Frontier Truck Tour Monday has concluded. Tomorrow, PAL Racing, the Dirt Series, goes to Lincoln. Lickety Slicks on Thursday. The Dirt Late Model Pros go to Lanier. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Noah Longyear, and I will see you next time.